Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Carlie.
And I'm Ange.
And today we're watching Haikyuu Season 4, Episode 2.
Hinata had me in stitches last episode.
It was a lot.
It was quite funny. So, Kageyama has gone to his training camp, right? With some very, very talented players. And Tsuki also actually got selected for a youth training camp before the Nationals. And Hinata wasn't having it because he was the only first year. Well, actually, no, he wasn't. There was Yamaguchi as well. But he was one of the first years that was left out. That didn't sit well with him, and he included himself and rocked up.
Yep, he invited himself.
But Shiro Torizawa's coach has actually allowed him to stay on as like ball boy or something like that.
Yeah, I'm sure he will pick up some things, and I'm sure he'll weasel his way in somehow.
Yeah, for sure. But also, if you guys are interested in getting early access to these videos, I'll leave a link to our Patreon down below.
Also, if you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. It would really help us out.
But anyway, should we get into it?
Let's get into it.
Interesting. You never want to stuff up a serve too.
Yeah.
It's meant to be some sort of... It's meant to be an advantage. Interesting. He's gonna destroy him.
Oh, yeah.
Not coming? Why not?
He didn't invite him, I bet.
No, he's back in the hospital.
Is he actually?
Maybe you're right. You gotta be careful though, because he could be really sick and then you look like a fool.
Hey, it's just my guess.
Oh, this is gonna be perfect for us. Let's go.
Yeah. They did this on purpose.
Oh, this dude. I like that dude. I didn't recognize him last time. He's a really tall guy in season 2. The first episode 13. Forget his name.
Okay.
Yeah. He's got a lot of potential, man.
Wow.
He almost carried them in that match too against Karasuno. Pretty much did everything for him.
Oh.
No, it's good. You got to keep him in line. He can't just get a free pass.
I agree.
I went the wrong way.
Oh, yeah, he's not going to get much from Tsuki.
No, that's a massive compliment from Tsuki.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. See, it's personal for him.
It is, but I think it's deeper than that.
Yes.
Is Goshiki the best player here? I'm going to say yes.
It seems like it. They're really spending a lot of time or giving him a lot of screen time.
Wonder if someone's going to stay back and play with him.
Yeah. We all know he'll be there for another 5 hours. Got no one to play with, so he plays with the wall. Oh yeah.
Oh, I forgot about this.
Ladies.
Nice. cute that he tried.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, she's destroying him!
Oh dear.
I wonder if... yeah, he seems pretty legit about that.
Hey. Wait.
Carlie, he's been shaving for the last 10 years. That was brilliant. These two are so funny.
The skin silky smooth. Yeah, they are funny. They're like polar opposites.
Yeah. Put the other teammates out.
What?
I feel like Ukai's kind of seeing the opportunity, and that's very much in his nature. I don't know, he reminds me of that sort of... I don't know, he's a little bit of a risk taker. I feel like Ukai is a little bit.
I agree and disagree with him to a certain extent. It's got to really get drilled into his head.
Oh, Daichi hasn't yet.
Oh.
Oh.
Look at us! Yeah.
Oh my
So
gosh.
So there's a bit of a scallywag this season.
I love Tanaka. Great senpai.
Aww.
Yakuzawa, that's right. That's his name.
Yakuzawa.
Yakuzawa. He's definitely going to do something. He's going to get involved here somehow.
Yeah. I'm getting real sick of this guy.
No, Hinata's not doing what he's there to do. I know
Yeah,
he's picking on him, though.
Fair enough.
He is, you're right. He's picking on him, but he can handle it.
Practicing his jumps at least. Oh, well, I gotta do his jump for him.
Goshki is quicker than him. Oh, they're about to play. Oh, he's gonna hate this, the poor kid.
He doesn't have to be there.
Yeah. Oh, shit. This is gonna be a demonstration.
Oh, yes. That's gotta be humbling. There's a ball boy in front of
Yeah, poor guy.
Ushijima.
Ushiwaka's gonna destroy them all. Look at him in the back.
He's still ready. You're not gonna get a chance to, mate. They're gonna say, and they're gonna be like, well, what's going on here?
That is embarrassing for him.
Yeah.
So I thought this coach did a lot of shouting, but he is very clever. Yep. That's going to sting in the morning.
Oh, yeah.
It's probably stinging right now. What's the bet the score's not accurate?
This is great learning for them.
Yeah. That's a good
That's
question.
a great question. He probably respects that kind of behavior.
What's Oshujima got to say? Because he kind of dislikes Hinata a little bit. A little bit.
He's either going to respect it or hate it. He hates it. Let's go!
What
like
do
a
you mean, let's go?
hurricane.
He's injured, Tanaka!
He's getting him back for Daichi. Season 2. He's like a hurricane, isn't he?
Yeah.
そのせいで日向のやるべきことを限定してきた今のチームの最善のためにこれもある意味鷲城先生と同じ
That doesn't sit well with him, does it?
I don't think it's the way he would have conducted things.
Yeah.
実際我々にできるのは思考を止めないこと最善を探し続けることではないでしょうか
Actually, I quite like that. I do wonder what Hinata's actually going to take from this, though.
Yeah.
As opposed to what he could have been doing back with Kurasuno.
Yeah, exactly. Oh.
How did his head get in there?
Yeah.
Why didn't he go check on him?
It's all weighing down on him.
Yeah. All the times he's been told that, it's finally just kind of broken him.
Hmm. Yeah, that one's gotta hurt the most. That one and Kags, I reckon.
Oh, chills.
Yeah. Got the mops.
Alright, so Hinata's obviously getting a very focused character arc by the looks of things at the start of this season. Now, I think what he came to realize just then, I don't know, he came out with purpose.
Yeah.
It was kind of comical because he came out with the mops, right? But
Yeah.
I think it's more of the fact that maybe he's just trying to own himself and
Own his role, his responsibility.
well, rather than be so caught up in what others think of him, he can just try to prove himself. You know, like
Yeah.
because you're right, all those words from everyone else is weighing down on him. So I think it's just up to him to do something about it. I like what Takeda was saying. You know, it's up to these guys to try to figure out what's best for them and or what's going to help them improve themselves. Ukai to me seems a little confused. I don't know. In this episode, he seemed confused
Yeah,
to
he
me.
seems like conflicted.
Like he doesn't know what to do with Hinata. I don't know. That was the vibe I got.
Yeah. If he really did want Hinata to be back with him in the team, he would have forced him. So, same with the other coach.
Correct.
He would have sent him away if there was no point him being there. If there really was no point him being there. But
Yeah.
Ukai, maybe he thinks that Hinata can get something from this and that's why he hasn't forced him.
Well, yeah. But now I'm conflicted with two things. Like Washijo, I think that's the coach's name from Shiratorizawa. He's kept him around for something, but now it looks to me like he's kept him around to pick on him.
Yeah.
That is what it just looked like. Like there wasn't too much progress with that this episode, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And sure, Hinata might be learning some things from these other players, but I don't think any of them are better than the players that we've got in Kurasuno.
No, it's not about better. It's about like what you can learn from other players. Like we know that. We've versed teams that have been better than us, worse than us, whatever. But you pick things up just from listening and seeing something different.
Okay, that's somewhat true.
And they're getting to verse Shiratorizawa.
Okay, that's a benefit. So he gets to see that, but he's seen them before. He's played against them.
Yeah, but he hasn't been coached by this coach here.
But the other coach isn't coaching him.
Yeah, but he's still yelling out things that maybe Hinata hasn't thought about before. You can hear him. He's
That's
saying your jumps need to be this.
Yeah.
Your things need to be that.
That's all well and good, but the show hasn't demonstrated Hinata learning.
Yeah.
We haven't seen him learn anything. I don't know if they're just quietly making Hinata learn everything and we're just not seeing it, but like we haven't specifically seen a moment where Hinata's like really thinking about what he's just seen or something like that.
Yeah, you're kind of right, because we won't be able to see him apply what he's learned either. Even if he does manage to learn something, it means nothing unless you can apply it in a situation. Like, you can't just hear something that the coach has yelled out and then they get to the spring tournament, the nationals,
Yeah.
and he can suddenly do it. Like, he needs to practice it and how it works for him as a player.
Yeah, well, from what I'm aware of, like he'll have time to practice again with Karasuno. I think the purpose of this training arc and this ball boy arc for Hinata is him kind of finding himself as a player. I think it's rather than be an actual physical experience. I think it's more for his mentality, I believe.
Yeah, right.
I think he's going to gain more mentally from this than he is skillfully, if you kind of get my drift. I thought originally there was going to be some sort of purpose to this, teaching Hinata some new tricks. But I don't think it's about that. Hinata said something at the end, I have to change my perspective.
Yeah.
I think it's more to do with that than anything else.
Right.
That's why he looked confident when he came out of the room. That's the vibe I'm getting, at least.
Was he wearing something different?
I don't know, he had 2 brooms in his hand.
He had
2 mops.
the knee pads on.
I don't know what was happening, Carlie.
Yeah,
I'm
I
not
don't know
sure
what's
there.
happening either.
Good to see Tendo again. Good to see
Yeah.
Ushiwaka again. I wanted to see those characters some more. Yeah, maybe Hinata just needed these harsh lessons, I think, to push him onto his next sort of... push him up a level, I
Maybe,
think. Something like that. I'm not entirely sure. Maybe we're just not reading the episodes right.
Yeah, I haven't really figured it out yet. I'm not sure.
I think it's more of a mentality
yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
I don't know.
possibly.
That's the vibe I'm getting. Now, I'd imagine in the next episode we'll probably touch base with maybe Kageyama and that side of things.
Yeah.
To see how he's going. But I do think narratively, in order for Hinata to get better, I think he first needs to overcome that hurdle of like him figuring himself out as a player. There's some unresolved issues there.
Yeah.
He doesn't always want to be the ball boy. He doesn't want to be the one that's, not included with the others. He doesn't want to be like shrimpy and picked on and all of that sort of thing. So I think he's just trying to find himself as a player. I found myself struggling to understand this conversation a little bit with Ukai and Hinata, the lecture, right?
Yeah.
I'd like to try to dissect it now, right? So at the end of the lecture, he says, like, they made a thing of it, his face they zoom into his face and it's shadowing and everything. Don't go underestimating what it takes to be a ball boy. And Hinata's reaction to that was one of surprise.
Yeah. I think it makes sense, his reaction later on. Like, I need to change my perspective because of this whole conversation here. We don't fully know what that means yet for Hinata.
Well, Ukai went and asked himself what the deal was. And it was confirmed to him that Shiro Torizawa's coach was okay with Hinata being there.
Yeah.
So Ukai must see that there's some sort of positive that can come out of this.
Yes.
But it's about Hinata trying to figure out what that positive is, but I don't actually know what it is.
Yeah. It hasn't been revealed yet.
I'm thinking that it's just, again, the mentality that he needs to have. I think that harshness that Washijo has might strengthen Hinata. It might be the strengthening that he needs. I could be reading this all wrong, but that's just what I'm taking from it at the moment. As I'm going through the episode, I'm starting to understand a little bit more about what was intended with the writing in this episode.
Oh, okay.
I actually think it's quite clever, even though we got a little confused.
Okay, share.
What I'm seeing here is they went through 3 different lectures, Takeda, Ukai, and Daichi, and they all had different perspectives. All 3 of them. If you read what they were saying, I'm sure that's intentional, right?
Yeah.
And this is why Hinata's so lost. The episode's called Lost.
Oh, yeah, dang.
Yeah, like he doesn't even know what he needs to be doing. Like he's completely... You saw right at the end, he kind of had that emotional like breakdown there. And just like, what the bloody hell am I meant to do? Like, I don't know. I just feel bad about everything.
I need to change my perspective, yeah.
So that's quite interesting. The next episode's called Perspective. So that's going to be us finding out what Hinata's going to kind of go with.
Okay, cool.
Because he's heard 3 different lectures.
Yes.
Like, he can probably take something from all 3. So Ukai seemed a little bit reckless in his lecture, more like, you do you, see what you can try to figure out from this, see what you can take from it. Takara was more, the traditional approach, follow the steps that you need to follow in order to get to a certain place or whatever. And Daichi was saying you should always consider how your actions will affect others.
Yeah.
So they're the three different
Very
perspectives.
captainly of him, yes.
Correct. Right? So I kind of like that. I think that's the way I'm looking at it. It's made me appreciate the episode a little bit more, actually.
Yeah.
Hopefully it ties in really well into the next one.
Yeah.
Which I'd imagine it would. You were saying you were disagreeing with Takara?
I didn't fully like it. I don't think there's one path to success. He was saying you must follow all the steps.
Yeah, I was going to say that's what it's getting at. So I think you're meant to kind of disagree with almost all three perspectives to some degree.
Okay.
I think you guys will know more than me, but it's just the way I'm analysing the episode.
Right. No, I fully agree with Daichi.
Yeah, okay.
And Ukai, I'm sort of like, this is why he's my favourite. I don't agree with him because he's my favourite. He's my favourite because I agree with him.
I actually agree with Daichi's perspective
yeah.
more than the other two as well.
Yeah.
I feel like it's kind of a mix. Like, I get it, right? Yeah, you were saying the appropriate steps I feel like the appropriate steps don't always allow you to excel. Maybe to get to a certain point, but not to excel.
Yeah, it allows you to sort of live amongst everyone who's done the same thing as you to get to that place.
But not stand out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is fine.
Yeah, okay.
But yeah, I don't fully agree with it for that reason. Yeah, in order to be good at something, you must follow the proper steps. What does it mean to be proper? What proper steps? Who says?
I think he's right because he just used the word good. To be great at something, though.
Oh, okay. Yes.
Yeah. Don't worry, I'm getting my tucket on.
Okay.
All right.
You got to be odd to be number one.
I'm philosophical today. I'm feeling some sort of, like a historian or something.
Yeah, you've got some enlightenment happening or something. Historian.
I'm probably completely... Carlie, I'm making a fool of myself. I'm probably completely wrong about everything I've said. But yeah, discussing the episode has made me appreciate the episode a little bit more afterwards. Who's MVP for the episode? Gotta be Tanaka.
It's gotta be Daichi. You know what? Even though Hinata has really pissed me off, you know what? Maybe next episode.
Yeah, I feel like his moment's coming.
Yeah.
What I did like to see from Hinata this episode was how he walked out so proud.
Humbly.
Yeah.
No, but also how he held himself against like Ushijima and all of that. It was embarrassing for him and he could have easily like retaliated like a chihuahua,
Yeah.
But he didn't. He sort of just took it and accepted it and I feel like he handled it with grace.
Yeah.
Quite graceful.
I feel like his moment's coming next episode though.
Yeah. So, I mean, we got Ukai. Who did you say?
Ukai was giving me mixed messages.
Tanaka.
I really liked what Tanaka and Noya did for Hinata there. Like everyone was kind
that was
of
nice.
Everyone's been scolding him and everyone's been against him, but they're always the two teammates that you'd love to have on your team. Like they've been shown to be the two players on Karasuno's team that will always lift up their teammates.
Yes.
So I liked that.
I feel like that doesn't work if everyone's lifting you up, though.
Yeah.
I feel like this is good because there are people telling Hinata what he needs to hear.
Yeah.
But then you also got like Noya and Tanaka who are there to lift the spirits.
But I don't know if that's enough for MVP.
Nah. Well, we got Takada, Daichi, Ukai.
They're the three that gave their perspectives. Actually, I am leaning towards Hinata now that I'm scrolling through the episode. Just in terms of like, yeah, he had to deal with a lot in this episode in the last couple of days. Yeah,
whatever he wanted.
Yeah, but he walked out proud. I think just that moment alone. Yeah, I think we'll give it to Hinata. I don't think there's another obvious option. Yeah, we'll give MVP to Hinata, and I really hope he finds his way in the next episode.
Yeah, hopefully. Thank you so much for watching our reaction. If you liked it, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe. It would really help us out. For early access to all of our reactions, you can support us on Patreon if you'd like. And yeah, thank you so much again. We'll see you in the next one. Bye!